Good morning, hello, and happy Monday. Yeah, it's a Monday. Just got finished the weekend, so it should be easy to remember that. But also, it's a Monday, so you know that's a thing. Okay, so Sitsu, hello. How was your weekend, and how are you doing today? We are continuing to work on the uh okay, it's a story for being able, like, not being able to create a duplicate user ID. So that's what this is for, is basically having the correct error message. And if we look at you, this is the error that we're getting, but we really want this one. Yash, hello. How are you doing today? Now, currently, we're getting this. Doing well, except that you probably just broke your actions workflow by making a silly mistake. Well, I've done that numerous times. So, I mean, hopefully it should be pretty easy to fix, right? You're great. That's great. What am I up to today? This morning we've got this working on the error message here, and then I've got my day job afterwards. And then I've got to go rescue our car because it was overheating on Friday, and was it Friday? It was Friday. Yeah, it overheated pretty badly on me, and to the point where all the water in the boiler in the radiator boiled off, and then it emptied out all of the coolant in the reservoir. And so if you know anything about cars, that's not good. So it's parked somewhere else, and I've got to go grab it today and bring it back home and try to figure out what's going on with it. It's an older car. Hopefully, hopefully it doesn't need like a huge amount of work to get it going, to get it happy again. But okay, so this is what we're working on today. Now, error message wise, so we're doing this here. We're creating, okay, so routes, users. We attempt to insert. Oh, this is a task. We attempt to insert the new user here. Oh, okay. Your actions are very broken. Oh, you're experimenting with writing GitHub actions in Rust. Oh, I've not heard that was even possible. I thought it had to be YAML. Interesting. Well, once you get that working, I'll be interested in sort of seeing what that looks like. Let's see. Okay, so we clearly there's an error here. I get, okay, we do this, and then we're using the error message to be what gets returned, right? So I probably want to, let's console log what this error is and what we have access to it. Because like maybe like it's DB error, but it's also specifically a. Oh, I wonder, can I match error? So as part of the query, which is unfortunately just a string. That's unfortunate. because this is what we're getting. So I need to catch that this is the error. That's really unfortunate. I was hoping that like there could be like a code or something else. Uh and I don't want to have to hard code that specific error in to catch it, because what if it's a different type of error? But we want to have like a custom message for it. Which is just it's just completely unfortunate. So it does make me wonder. We have this error handling here. Response, app error. Okay, so status code. We have the error. I kind of wonder if I should here do my translation layer. So I could catch what this error is at this point, but I don't want to. I think it actually makes the most sense to catch it here. You can write a composite action that simply runs a bash script, running a pre-built binary from releases, but broke the release action, which failed to upload the executables and consequently broke your setup action for the fix by not finding the binary. Deleting the release should fix it. Oh, because it will essentially roll back. Nice. That's interesting. Um, I might play around with it, although I kind of like the simplicity of the YAML file for GitHub Actions too. Now, okay, so this one is going to be more of, do I want to return the exact error? And I can potentially shadow this error. It would be a shadow, wouldn't it? Because I would, okay, so what if I do let error equals, then match this error? You still have a YAML file, you just eliminate the need to write actions for JSTS. Really? Because the actions are in the bash script. Just run the bash script. Interesting. Oh, I guess like you're not really changing how actions work then. You're not, it's not like some fundamentally different thing. It's just really just a script that does all the stuff. I don't know. I have to think about that, like, cuz there's a lot of cool stuff you can get from actions. Now here the only thing I really care about is that it's this query. And I kind of want to translate this error over. We have a lot of stuff going on here, so I'm kind of thinking I'm going to do an internal function here. Um, so like handle like translate error. Translate error. So we're going to take in an error, which is a DB error. And we're going to return a, well, I can return an error. Okay, so given this, I want to match you. And then we have all of these things, right? Now, the only one I really care about is this query, at least right now. Yeah, and I don't care about you. Could I do something like that? That would be weird. I don't think I can. I want like anything. Yeah, you're not gonna work. That it's gonna be no way for it to know how what this is. I want like to capture any of these things, but then also get the air. I guess it doesn't know. It doesn't matter what that is, does it? So if I just do this, okay. Coding Garden fan, hello. Yes, it has been a long time. How are you doing? Oh right, you're upset because of what we're returning. All right, so if I have this error, I wonder if I want to return what's coming from this right away. Otherwise, sort of break out of it. And then in this case, I wonder if I just want to do an if let. I might want to just do an if let. If let. So this is going to be a db error. It's like a query, a db error. Oh, db error query. And then inside of here, guess you'll be the query error. Would I replace all of my Node projects with Rust? Probably not. There is a place for Node, and I think it's a great language. Um, if I had like if it was in some like hypothetical like perfect world where I had infinite time, infinite money, and could just spend time doing all that, maybe because it would be fun, but in the real world, unfortunately, no. Like there's no purpose for me to do that, and it would just like I would be giving up on doing other things that feel more important to do that. So that's the reason why I would not replace all my Node projects with Rust is time and money, and there's more important things to do. Okay, so we have this. Now, this is going to be a new error like that. So I'm going to want, well, I probably return straight from here then. So we get this query error. And now I wonder if I want to, if query error is equal to, and then I'm going to copy you. Nope, I want that. And then I need to do that. Oh, my voice is feeling a little bit rough. Don't know what right word to sort of state it. It's got that sort of weird quality of like the sleep was like my sleep was okay, but I woke up with a I don't know, this sort of like rough quality to it. I think that's what you're hearing, right? Okay, so because I can feel it and hear it, and which is strange because I wasn't really talking much when I first woke up, so I probably didn't notice it. I was sick a few weeks ago, but then this weekend I talked a lot. So it's also possible that I just over talked. I'll probably use like some throat coat tea or something like that later today. Okay, so if I have thought the same last streams, I figured it was because you were sick. I mean, and it was like I was still sick. Like I've still got a tiny bit of like the fun nose um phlegm issue, but it's been going away more and more over time. But it's not like 100% back. I'm not like coughing all night. I'm able to sleep. And I probably didn't eat the best thing last night. I ate some beef stew, and I think that that's not the best thing to eat right before going to bed. Okay, so if I have this, I want to return a different error now, and this is gonna be an error. So we're gonna return an error, error, and let's return this. Now, if it's not this thing, so if it's not a query error, well, actually, in that case, I probably don't care, right? At this point, then down here, I do an else, and we say, okay, if you're not there, then I want to. How am I doing this up here? Yeah, I'm just doing error. I'm converting the error that way, so I'm just doing error, error, pass in the error. Now, if it's an else, oh yeah, okay, so it's gonna say like, hey, you're missing the else clause because if it's an else, I return nothing, which is not allowed. So I do have to have an else here, and we're gonna return error, error. So in this case, it would be the query error, like that. Okay, so you're not upset. Okay, so we have error, we go you away. We get our code, we figure out what that is. Oh, and this is another interesting thing is we have to figure out what the code is. So I almost want to do this as a 1-2 punch. Um, this gives me the code. This gives me the error, but I also know what the code that I want is. Because you have that. I wonder if I should just create the app error here. So return an app error. App error, we take new and you take in these things. Okay, so okay, so you are I want app error new status code. So in this case, you are a 400 and then your error is this. And then we return you. Um, you need to be status code. Um, I forgot what it was. Not acceptable? I don't think it's forbidden. Let me go to not acceptable. Can I? Do you have like just a list of the numbers? What? Take me to. Oh, well, that's too bad. 400 is bad request. Bad request is what I want. Okay, that gives me that. Now if you're here, uh, then we're gonna want app error new status code. This is probably our fault, and our fault is 500 internal server error. And then here you get that error. And then finally, app error. This is also an internal server error. And you put that in there. Okay. Okay, so this creates the error here, which is nice. So in create user, in error, we're going to return, and instead of doing this entire thing, we just return translate error and pass it in the error. No, wrong, wait. Wrong one. This was the hash password one. This is fine. This is the new insert. So we have the error here. I want to just straight up return from you. And this will be translate error. Pass in the error. Expected enum result. Wait. Oh yeah, okay. So translate error happens here. There we go. Okay. You should be happy now. Let's try this again. Still only one total pass, so let's see if it passed that one. It did. Okay, so it's a different error now. Can I create multiple users with the same username? It expected a 400 error and it received a 500. And it got the correct username. It got the correct user error now, but it got a 4. Is that true? No, no, no. The next test is going to be this. Oh, so what it's probably doing is the partial equal of a stir and a string is not the same. So if I do a as stir, that should make it work. Um, no, still expected it to be a 400, but we received a 500. Okay, so interesting. Um, so 500 means it either got here or it got here. I wonder if I can do a like a debug. The debug, not a. Let's see. So it is a query error, but not exactly what we thought. And then this one would be not a query error. And I wonder if we're going to see this out here. I would expect that we should see it here. I wonder if I have to do an ePrint line, though, for it to make sure it prints to standard. Oh, no, this is it. Is a query error, but not exactly what we thought. Okay, that's good to know. So this failed. So it must be slightly, subtly different. I wonder if I can do a. Um, let's let's take a look at what this query error is. Error return from database. Duplicate key value violates unique constraint. User's username key. How is this different than what I have? Oh, it didn't have the error colon. Or the query error. It just starts right here. Okay, that's good to know. So it's just literally the error message. And then when it was printing out because it was from DB error and then query error inside of that. Okay, that's good to know. So that's what we do here. This will probably now work. Maybe? Did I get rid of? Oh, yeah, I don't have a debug inside of here. So not getting anything is actually good. But still only one pass. So it failed somewhere else in that test. Oh, okay. Expected one, received four. Oh, it's the message. Oh, so it wasn't expecting this error colon, which I believe we do ourselves inside of here. Error colon with this. And so I'm just going to remove you, and we're just going to straight up display what the error is. Okay. Expected. Like a 0 and a 3 is what we're expecting, but it's part of. Okay, so expected error response data error to be username already taken. Try again with a different username. I don't get what that is. That's a debug output. Include the location of the file. Those 3 red lines. Oh, that's actually part of the string. Weird. Okay. So self.error is giving me the stack, which includes. Okay. Okay. So I want just the first line. I was somehow wanting to get just the message, right? Which I don't know how to get out of here necessarily. Because this message is an error. It gets funny because if I do that, you know how to display. Okay, let's see if that works. I wonder if I should go print inside of the test what like everything that it's getting. Then we could see it a little bit faster up here. Oh, 2 passed. Okay. So that was it. Thank you very much, Asitsu. So that solves that problem. We now can create multiple users with the same username. Okay, so it's why like the test driven thing is so nice for this. All right, so signing in. Signing in is the next thing. Request failed with status code of 404. Um, I mean, not surprised, right? So we want to sign in and we want to get something back. So starting to build this out, we have create user, and then I'm going to have pum function sign in. Okay, and this is how we can like take in these things. We're gonna want okay, so to sign in, I believe it's just a request user again. But even if I don't take that, if we just handle the username, this is just going to be pub async function. Um, Now, error-wise, you're returning. Okay, I can do something very similar to that. So you are a result. Nothing right now, and you return an app error. Oh, and then this thing. So you're just going to return an OK with nothing in it. Okay, let's put these all close to. Yeah, okay, so here's create user. I believe it's sign in. Oh, it would be really nice if the error message actually said what this was going to be. I think it's login. I think it's a post because we're sending stuff. What am I missing? A close. We can go open up the code for this too and just sort of like take a look at what it's trying to hit. I think that for the course, there's going to be a significant amount of time just sort of looking at the test, sort of see, hey, this is what exactly we're expecting. Probably more so than doing the project for the front end. Okay, it is login because it got to the next point. So then we're okay. So kind of read properties of undefined reading ID. Okay, so at this point of time, it is looking for uh, the ID, probably username and token, so we can return maybe just the user. Let's find out. And so user from API, and then just straight up dot ID. So yeah, let's return this user here. So this would be a JSON, and then user. Okay. Well, we need to get the user now, don't we? Which is going to be very similar to this thing. We're going to do a user. What? How do we get that before? It's users. Oh, it's the uppercase. So it's the struct that we're going for. No, it's not. Is it users like that? Oh, why can't you find that? Users find I'm a little bit worried. Okay, so we have tasks here. Users. Okay, so we have tasks here. Table name tab. Okay. Oh, I know why. I know why. Because of this fun thing here. We have to do the same thing. So it's going to be use crate, db, users, entity as users. There we go. Now we can do users find. Then we can filter, and we need to filter by. Okay, so there's a bunch of things that need to happen. We take in username, password. We're going to find by username, right? So this is going to be JSON request user is JSON request user. Users find filter. Right, so then this is going to be users column username and equal to request user. Open close. Oh, there's one extra one. That's why. Okay, request user dot username. So find the user by the username. I wonder if I can just get the first. No, I cannot. Find. I guess like you have all is a choice. Oh, one. There we go. So one, pass it in the DB. Okay, well, if I'm getting the DB, then we're also grabbing the DB out of here. With this extension. Then we await. We await and then handle the error. Can I also question mark you? No, I don't think I can. So we're gonna do let user. And this is really gonna be like the DB user equals. Let's match you. Okay, so if we're okay, we get the DB user, and we just. It's an option. Interesting. Okay, so if it's an okay and it's a sum user, we return you, user. Now, if you're anything else, it's an error of some kind, and that's what we want to just respond with. So if you're anything else, I want to return error. It's gonna be an app error, new. We'll do an internal server error, and then the error is I don't necessarily know. So like internal server error, please try again later. Okay, so that gives us the DB user here, which now we have access to the password, which is hashed. So we now have to compare the hashes. Okay, so if we're comparing the hashes, now up here we do the hash. We're doing this hash password, which exists inside of utilities hash password. I kind of want like under hash password also put in like pub function verify hash. So if we take in a password stir, this would probably also be a result with a string inside. We'll see. I think it was a string because that's what they're giving us. I don't need the cost because that's part of the hash. We're gonna use the bcrypt. Okay, so this is really gonna be a bool. So like, are you allowed or not? So we're gonna do bcrypt verify. Yep, that's a result bool. Okay. Password. And we need a hash too. That okay is verified. Okay, so that makes you happy here. We can come back to verify. And so for sign in, okay, so then here that is password valid, is password correct, equals verify, pass in the password. So that's going to be a reference to db user dot password. Now, I don't want you to be db user password. I want you to be request user password. Now this gives me a result with a boolean and a report. And then we're going to return, okay, the new error. So I probably want to match this. Okay, so if we have okay, which is password, like I guess it's the result. Now, if we get to here, we have our error, And I want to... Interesting that it's a report. I wonder if I'm going to need to convert that. And I want to do an early return out. Okay, so I want to do an early return out. So return. This is going to be an error. App error. Can I do a question mark with this, maybe? No, because I'm not returning a result into here. I guess I could do like an okay result here, an error, app error, where I'm converting it, and then question mark. That's almost no different. App error. New. Okay, so our status code is going to be internal server error. And can I just hand you the error? Will you be fine with that? Yes, you can. Okay, awesome. Is password correct? Okay. Now we know if our password is correct or not. So if it is, I want to return this user. So if is password correct, I want to return an OK. User. Okay, so ID is going to be this is going to be the DB user. That ID. Username is going to be the DB user. Let's just grab it out of there, and then token. I need to create a new token, don't I? Wait, is the token stored? The token is stored in the database. I wonder if I can just use that one. I forgot how this system worked. Okay. And if this is not okay, we return an error. So the username is not correct. So this is going to be a new app error. Status code. There is a forbidden. Which one is? There's a 401 unauthorized is what I want. And then we're going to have an error unauthorized. And then you go away. Oh, right. And then you want this to be wrapped in JSON. Like that. You mismatched strings found. Oh, an option here, because what if there's no token? Now, every time you log in, I really should be replacing the token again. So I should get the token. What did I do this time? So we create the token here. And then I'm creating the new user. So then I want to update the user with the new token. And then I'm going to return that. Okay, so if the password is correct, we want a new token. So new token equals, what did I call this? Create token. Create token, secret. What am I choosing here? Oh, we have this config. So now I need this thing. Config.jot secret. Username. So username we have access to with dbuser. Username. Now this is a result. I don't think I can do. So if I try to do a question mark with this, you're gonna yell at me because you don't. Okay, so it tries to do a from. What kind of error do you return? I can't tell. Wait, it's token. Oh, it's under jot. Okay, got it. Okay, so you're returning. What's your question marks? Okay, so you're an encode. You return what? Result string. Is that because of me using error? It changed the documentation for this of like what kind of error this is. If it's an error result, I wonder. So I'm wondering if I can just do a from on a result, and then I can start doing question marks inside of here, which would be really nice. I would love to be able to do that. And you need to be couldn't convert the error to an app error. The requirements of the input of from residual result infallible error report. Oh, that's interesting. The following types implement trait from residual. I gotta love that in the error library they have a type called yeet. Okay, so well, let's say I just manually handle this right now. So, um, so if it's an okay, we get the new token, and I return it. And if it's not okay, I get the error message here, and we're doing a early return. Oh, sorry. I accidentally hit the microphone. And I think I even rubbed the whatever that thing is with on the microphones. That's probably really odd. Sorry about that. Um, and this is going to be the air itself. So can I just pass in the air? I can. Okay. So that gives me you. Okay, so that gives me a new token. I'm not going to return that new token. Now I need to save the new token. So I need to do um, users not find any users update uh, model. So update is update 1. Oh, okay, but that returns. And that's that thing. Okay. So it's almost as if I want to do a function, an async function. Um, Async function update, like add token to user. Update user token. I'm going to return. Now, if I return exactly the same error up here, then I can just question mark this. Well, but I can't do that. No, but if I return an app error, that will be fine. So if I do a result, if I do that kind of result, I don't care when I don't care about you, but we're returning an app error. Okay, so then here we create a new token. Okay, don't do the users update right there. We're going to, well, I guess then we call user update token, update user token, we await, and then we question mark that. And then you're happy, and then the rest of the stuff can happen. You're upset. Okay. Mismatch. Oh, right. So then the problem now I have is that I'm using error. I have like result in multiple times. So first of all, I don't need you. I have standard format result, and then I also have the other result. Is that right? Core result. Oh yeah, I used the wrong. I like replaced result and used the wrong one. Okay. Fun. All right. So token, you're upset. Right. Okay. So then we create this new token. Where did I do that? New token right here. So you will be a new token. Excellent. Okay, everything's happy so far. But if I now need to add the new token to the database for this user, okay, which does mean I'm gonna need, so that sounds like we're gonna do this update. So right, so it's gonna be user equals, what was it? It was like a users update. We see here, no, so it's different. Okay, so it's just users active model. Active model. Now, I already forgot what the next step was. I think it's part of this. Fill all struct fields. Okay. You don't go into multi-line. ID I don't want to update, but with everyone that I'm not doing, I also have to have this default. Okay. Username we're not doing. Password I'm not changing. Deleted I'm not changing. Token I am changing. Okay, so we're adding in a token here. And you need to be a sum token to owned. Oh, right. And I forgot it's this like weird set thing, isn't it? So we're gonna set. Okay, then you are a sum token to owned. Okay. Okay, so we now have the model for this, and then the next thing is going to be to do the actual update. So this is going to be users update model. So as we can see from this, we pass in we're going to clone that. Interesting. Okay. Although I think we can just give ownership of it to it because I'm not going to use it anywhere else. But then we need a filter. Otherwise, we're going to do, oh, yeah, no. We're going to need the username also. Wait, do I have access to the ID? I do have access to the ID. So let's just do ID is, what are you? You're an I-32. So we'll filter, yes, conditions. Got it. Can you show me? How have I used the filter up here? Right. Okay. So we're just going to do users column ID as equal to ID. And then I guess it's execute. So we need the DB, which I just want to be a, is it a connection? Okay, a database connection. We await this, and then I want to match you. So it's really if let err. If we get this error, I now want to return an app error. So we're going to turn an app error. And this is going to be error. Okay, convert that error over. And if it's an else, it's going to be just an okay like that. Okay. Now we can then say, let me update the user token. You want at this point in time the new token. So the new token. You want the ID. So it's the DB user .id, and then the DB. Which we have right here. Okay. So if that works then, and we're happy, then, and it's nice now that I can just question mark that in here. I then return, hey, you're okay, return this new user. With the new token. Okay, so let's see if that works. A socket hangup. Well, that's not good. All right, so thread Tokyo runtime worker panicked at primary key is not set. At update line 99. Wait a second. Oh, this is inside of their thing. Inside of CORM. Oh, so it's part of the update. So when I'm setting, I think I need to set the ID of this too. Oh, is this becoming nothing? Is this an atomic update? Oh, let's take a look at CORM really quickly. Oh, wrong Firefox. I wonder, is there a way to do a non-atomic update, or is it all atomic update? I mean, that's what I would like to do. Updates. Oh yeah, look at this. This documentation is so much better. So, oh, interesting. Look at this. Okay, so we get, we find the previous one, which we have. Then we unwrap an into to turn it into an active model. I wonder if I can clone that. Okay, so this is going to be vastly different now. So I don't even need this ID anymore. What I need is an active model. Yeah, okay. So here's my thing. So instead of an ID, I want a DB user is a um, user's active model. I don't need to find this at all. I just gonna set this, right? So we're just gonna say, oh, and this needs to be mute. So we're gonna do DB user dot token equals, and then we can just set that equal to set, right? Yeah, set that equal to set. So set um set is then going to be a sum and the token. So token to owned. Okay. Then we save it. Then we can just do pair update db await. That's it. Okay. So then db user dot update. So db user dot update. You care about the db, which is going to be just the db. We don't need the filter anymore because it knows it's just doing this one thing. Then we don't need this exec with just the plain await. And then we also handle the error message like this. Okay. Then back up to you, DB user. We clone you. Oh, it's not that simple. We probably clone unwrap into. Okay, so clone unwrap into. No method name unwrap. Okay, so DB user is this model. Oh, that's only because it's an option. I actually have this, so I just want to clone into it. That works. Okay. I wonder if this will work. Let's try it. And I'm running out of time, so I don't really have. If this doesn't work, we'll just document what we need to do next time and figure that out. Only 2 passed, so it failed again. But did it get farther? It did. Okay, so it didn't have exactly the same error this time. Cannot read properties of undefined, reading ID. Check logged in user. So expected user from API.id to be a number. So it's something else. We don't know what it is, but it's something that's not an ID. Okay. So we'll have to look into this. So let's find my README here. So we've got you done. Next up is fix uh, um, ID is undefined when logging in. All right, so that's what we're gonna fix. And then the plan is I'll be streaming tomorrow. So today's Monday. So yeah, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. And then I've been taking Wednesdays off to go ride my bike into work, which especially I need to do. So I go into work on Wednesdays. And then the rest of the time I'm working from a remote. And now that I don't have a car, that's gonna be doubly riding a bike instead. That's gonna be fun. Anyways, thank you everybody for hanging out with me today. Sorry about my voice being a little bit odd. Hopefully, it should get a little bit better. I will do my best to try to like drink some throat coat tea and see what I can do about it. But besides that, have a great rest of your Monday, and I will see you all next time. And bye.